Okay, so that's the first little step of the base build done. Next up is plugins. So plugins are how we add functionality to WordPress. If the theme is the canvas, plugins are like the brushes or the sculpting materials or the pencils or whatever else it is that we use to make brilliant web pages. There are literally thousands and thousands of plugins for almost a limitless array of functions. We're obviously creating a base build, so what we're actually going to do is go back to the very, very core plugins that are needed on every single website build. That means we're going to actually delete this anti-spam one. If we obviously were building a web page that needed some anti-spam because it has a contact form on or blog post with comments allowed, then obviously we then would add an anti-spam plugin. So for now, we're just going to go to add new and we're going to put in all-in-one. This is the first base build plugin that we're going to add. It's a migration plugin, a very good one, probably the best one, but we actually use it as a secondary backup plugin. Once you've put that one on and it's installed, put in SG Optimizer, spelled with a Z. And then install that. That's by the wondrous SiteGround, who I would recommend for shared WordPress hosting above anybody else on the earth, who we also use and have done for years. Next up, Updraft Plus, which is the primary backup plugin. Again, in my view, best of breed. It's never let me down. And what I do with these plugins, I do continuously keep an eye on changes, but ultimately, if a plugin hasn't, or certainly has never had a single problem, which none of these ever have, then why would you fix something that's not broken? After you've put that one in, type in iThemes, and then install this one. This is obviously, as you can see, a security plugin. There are probably 3 top security plugins. I've always stuck with iThemes and it's never let me down. Once that's installed, the next one we're going to look at is Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. Yoast is undisputably the greatest and most powerful SEO plugin for WordPress. What we use it for in the base build is both that, if we are building a site that's going to have SEO work done on it, but actually also for beginners and for any web build, which is why it's here. It's a really easy way to index your website with Google when you're ready to show it to the world. So install that one, and then last but not least, on all our base builds, goes without saying, Elementor. Now, you've not activated the others, or you shouldn't have done. If you noticed, I didn't. This one I would like you to activate. So once Elementor is installed, click the activate button, like so. And then you can check there quickly that none of the others are activated. It should just be Elementor. And then what I would also advise, now you've just installed Elementor, is just click on the Getting Started tab under Elementor. This is I'm going to teach you everything you need to know, certainly for the tutorials that I provide, but it's a lovely introduction just to give you a little eye of what Elementor looks like and how it works in the front end. Of course, this being the back end that we're operating in right now.